It is 6 o'clock. Welcome to the Hadley Select Board meeting of Wednesday, May 6th, 2026. At the table this evening, we have our usual Select Board members, Amy Parsons, Jane Nevin-Smith, myself, Randy Iser, Molly Keegan, and David Phil. Pursuant to Chapter 22 of the Acts of 2022 as amended, this meeting is being conducted in a hybrid format. The public has been provided with adequate alternative means of access via Zoom as noted in the posted meeting notice, along with access and participation instructions. As chair, I hereby notify all participants that this meeting is also being recorded by the town through Hadley Media and will be made accessible to the public. In accordance with Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 20F, any person who intends to record or transmit this meeting must inform the chair at this time. Anybody recording besides us? Nope. Additionally, the virtual hybrid nature of this meeting is for convenience only. The board is meeting in person in a public location. In the event there is technical difficulties, the board will continue its meeting notwithstanding the lack of the continued hybrid access. With that, we will move right into item 2 on the agenda, appointments, change of manager, Apple New England, Applebee's. Jennifer, can you help us with this?
Absolutely. Applebee's has a new manager that is coming in, so they needed to submit this for a public hearing. The new manager's name is Angela Fulton. She was not able to attend tonight because she is doing a training away, but the application is in order and I recommend that y'all approve it.
Okay, so this is a public hearing or not?
It is.
Okay.
Look.
So is there anybody in the audience who would like to speak to this? Seeing none, then we can.
I'll motion to accept the change of manager proposal for Applebee's. Second.
Motion by Amy, second by Jane. All those in favor? Aye.
Thank
All right.
you.
You're welcome. Item 3.1 is the consent agenda. On the consent agenda this evening is live entertainment license for the North Hadley Sugar Shack. This is an annual thing. Common victular license for Maple Valley Creamery. This is an annual thing. One-day liquor license, Edward Hopkins Foundation, V1 Vodka's involved. May 30th, 2026, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. and May 31st, 2026, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. and a common victular license for Augustine's Pizza Club. And that's an annual thing. And please tell me where Augustine's Pizza Club is.
To be out at the Carr's Cider House.
Oh.
They go out there and cook pizzas on the nights that the cider house is open.
Okay, thank you.
Motion to approve consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Motion by Amy, second by David. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Next on the agenda is public comment. Is there anybody here for public comment, either in the live audience or on Zoom? All right, seeing none. Old business, we have nothing. New business, item 6.1, Carr's Cider House parking requests. I believe we have a representative of Carr's Cider House here this evening.
That's right. Hi, I'm Jonathan Carr. I run Carr's Cider House with my wife Cole at 295 River Drive, and we are here to ask you for permission to rent approximately a half acre of, I guess, agricultural land on River Drive, just south of the fire substation, 304 River Drive. So I can just basically run through my proposal if that seems okay. So we're just basically seeking overflow parking for seasonal weekend use, May through November, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 12 to 7 p.m. And we don't actually expect any use during rainy weather because we're an outdoor venue. So it would probably be even limited beyond that. And so our current parking area can accommodate 34-ish vehicles, but sometimes on busy evenings we require overflow. Past couple of years we've been using Stockbridge Street, and we are not allowed to park vehicles on Route 47 because that's what the planning board told us. I guess it's the state law. But you know, it's a bit of a walk from Stockbridge Street to our place. And so we were hoping that we could rent a approximately 90-foot wide by 250-foot long strip, which directly borders Route 47 to park cars there. We think we can get maybe up to 66 vehicles there. And so I guess as part of that, we would mow and maintain the land. We would put up barriers or kind of rope or chain to prevent anybody from parking anywhere else. We would obviously keep the DPW access open. We would have seasonal signage and sometimes, I guess nightly signage marking like a safe pedestrian crossing area. There's actually, if you stand on the curve there, and hopefully you can see it on the map I gave you, there's pretty good sight lines at that crossing point. You can see up and down River Drive pretty clearly there. I feel like that's a good place for pedestrians to cross. And I guess furthermore, if there's any vehicular damage to the site, like tire ruts or anything like that, we would make restitution to, get that back to the appropriate state. And we talked to our insurance provider, American National, which is also Farm Family. They said that we would be able to get the town named as what do they call it? An additional insured, and there would be a CLI issued. And as far as the levels of coverage, I guess we'd have to discuss that. And we talked to the neighbors. We're a neighborhood business. We value our relationship with our neighbors. So we talked to Paul McCretsky and his partner Gene. We talked to Ed McCretsky and Richard Grace, and just to make sure that wasn't anything that was going to bother them. And they said they supported this endeavor, and Paul said it was, he was all for it. We also talked to Joe Boisfort because he currently hays the field, and he said that part of it is bad land. It's what he calls sugar sand, so it's really dry, and he just knocks it down. He doesn't even hay that area. So he said he supports us, and he would hope that the select board would support it too. Anything to help out farmers would be appreciated. So I think that's all I have as far as our plan goes. But
So entrance would be through the fire station parking lot, or you go across?
no, there's a little gravel road just at the very if you look on the map there where it says drive, which is for River Drive, it's it's around the R or the I there. There's a gravel road that
leads to that barn back there.
yeah. They use the barn for storage there.
So is that gravel road, based on what you just said, the gravel road will be going through a portion of the red area that you'd like to utilize? Does it make sense to push your request to the north so that you said that the gravel drive would remain open for DPW, but unless you can block it off somehow, then
That's exactly what I was thinking. Just to use the area to the north to keep the drive open. I didn't want to get too close to Paul McCretsky as well. So
Okay, so you're saying north of the gravel drive
Yes,
is what you're
correct.
asking to use.
Yep.
Okay, and I see you've done a good job and talked to all your neighbors. Have you spoken to anybody in town yet besides coming to us?
No, except for Jennifer. Yeah.
Okay.
Not. So
Okay.
I don't know who else. Who would I?
I don't know.
Yeah.
This is a new one on us, I think, for asking to rent town property for parking. So I see we have the fire chief is here. Do you have any issues with this request, Mike?
And Jennifer.
I would think that it's probably a safer option than
Okay.
them having to block their driveway access. So
Mm.
again, it's up to you if you're gonna allow that,
Mhm.
but it is a very sandy, dry area. The only thing I would caution is there are a number of critters who have made some pretty substantial Carlos in there, so you might want to evaluate that and make sure you don't have cars just there.
Singles.
Other than that,
Wood chips and-
that was the dirt planted. And it makes perfect sense for.
Okay, thank you.
So, and just for the record, it's May through November, so it won't have any effect on the snowmobile trail that goes through there or anything like that. So, because I know people will ask about that, but.
Yeah, we don't tend to ever, our serving area is outside. It's just during nice weather. We're never gonna have to snow plow or anything like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Jennifer, did you want to say something?
Well, I was just, if this was something that y'all wanted to entertain, I know they're hoping to get this going.
Well, I mean, whenever is convenient, but, yeah.
If this is something that y'all want to entertain, I would double check that the insurance that they're going to provide, it meets the requirements that our risk manager would like.
Okay.
And then if y'all are okay, I can work on an agreement. We do have rental agreements for people who use town property for farming. So I could work on a new agreement for rental for parking. And then bring that back to y'all.
Okay, I
What is
think
the rental?
I was gonna say that was the biggest thing we got to determine is what's the value of this.
So the rental property that we do for farming, we do not get a lot of money for that. And
Mhm.
it's been pointed out that the town should increase that fee.
Mhm.
I would recommend,
Before you recommend,
I would like to look into it a
Hang
little
on.
bit further.
Mr. Carr, what do you think this is worth?
I would be happy to, pay a fair price. I don't, I don't know what would be appropriate, I
Well-
3 figures. No, I really,
I mean,
I don't know what's appropriate,
Well-
but yeah.
Okay, so I mean, I don't know what's appropriate either. And I know that once we do this, because I don't think we've ever done something like this
Not
before,
for
correct?
No.
To anybody's knowledge here?
No, the only thing even that came close to it, which was different, were the parking places for V1 Vodka that we effectively carved out, if you will, off of town property.
Right.
For Paul Kozub's use.
Yeah,
That's the only parking that I recall.
okay.
And to that point, though, I'm more than happy to delegate authority to Jennifer to negotiate and
Mhm.
come up with a fair agreement. But you raised a good point, because as recently as within the past 2 weeks, I was approached again from somebody saying, what's the policy regarding town use for farming? Is it evergreen? Like when somebody starts farming, they get to do it forever? Like, do we have a policy around it? And I know that's something that, at least for 2 town administrations, we kind of shied away from it, but I do think that that is something that should come to the select board and we should take a look at that along with the pricing.
I would love for y'all to take a look at that. That's something that I've been trying to work with for a while, but always get sort of sidelined, but I think it's worthwhile y'all to address it.
but something
So, I
like
mean-
this, go ahead. Sue.
No, I was just gonna say, like, in the interest of time, because I know the weather's getting nice, you guys are probably gonna want to open, you're gonna want to have space. I think that this one should be considered when we have a negotiation, like a kind of a one-off, but I think because the new fiscal year is coming up, I think it's, more appropriate for us to, do it starting, not yours, but come up with something new. So it's ready. We do it, end of May, June, so that we can be consistent with a new fiscal year,
Mhm.
new procedure. And then that way there's no potential view of things not being fair.
Yeah. It's 7 months worth of use, basically. So, I mean, to me, fair for, this is a 1-year thing to start off with, and then we'll see how
Then
it
we can
goes.
renew, yeah.
But $1,000 a month, call it $7,000, I think is very fair in my mind for, half an acre just to park cars on a few times a month, but.
I'm gonna guess
Seems a
that
bit rich.
I wasn't watching Mr. Carr, but I bet his jaw just dropped.
Yeah.
So farmland
Yeah,
rents for maybe $200 an acre if you're lucky. So this is a half an acre. I realize this isn't farming, and just to be clear here, I think we're all in favor of
Yeah.
working with you. We just need to come up with a number that's reasonable for both sides, because once the floodgate opens, who knows what's going to happen from here. But I agree with Molly. I think that's a bit rich, David, but we got to start somewhere.
But you gotta like that on the eve of us going to town meeting for an override.
No, I was gonna say.
It's going to cost you
But-
$1.5 million.
Deal, sign now.
That's
There
right.
you go.
Yeah. But as David said, you've got to sign now. And we will throw in undercoating. Um,
So since this is a cash in a commercial, not farming it to the extent that the farmer plants a field and there's one crop, possibly two. But this is a nightly or a weekly event that's going to produce money as an income. I'm wondering if maybe $100 a month for usable time.
Well, that's what I was gonna say, 700. That was because it's half an acre. Going rate is about 200, depending on, well, we have great soil in this town.
But there's not.
well, that's it, but it's an farming.
This isn't a good
Yeah.
parcel either. That's why I was gonna cut it in half.
But I'm just wondering, do we want to give Jennifer the opportunity to call around and maybe ask, there may be other
Yeah,
municipalities doing
let's
this,
do that.
and then
Yeah.
just let her
Yeah.
deal with it?
We'll meet again on the 20th.
Mhm.
We should be able to have you an answer that night.
Great,
That work?
perfect, yeah. All right,
I will be in touch.
okay. All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right.
Okay. Next item under new business is a proclamation. The select
Oh,
board
is that your
will
coat?
issue a proclamation to Jane Nevinsmith. What did she do?
No.
Well, let's see. I have something here. So, Commonwealth of Massachusetts, Town of Hadley, by the Select Board, Proclamation 2026. Whereas Jane Nevinsmith is a longtime resident of Hadley. Whereas Jane Nevinsmith was elected to the Select Board in 2020 and served for 6 years. Whereas Jane Nevinsmith has served the town of Hadley as the president of the Friends of the Council on Aging since its founding in 2015. Yeah, that's 2015. Okay. Whereas Jane Nevinsmith has served on many town boards and committees and shepherded the building of the new Hadley Senior Center. Whereas she has earned the respect of all with whom she has come in contact and the love and affection of a host of friends. Now, therefore, we, the Select Board of the Town of Hadley, Massachusetts, on behalf of the inhabitants, extend our thanks and appreciation to Jane Nevinsmith for her years of public service dedicated to the town of Hadley. Given this 6th day of May in the year 2026. A lovely picture.
I see a picture of town hall.
Yeah, so you don't forget. And in light of this, Jane is not running for reelection, and this is her last official select board meeting.
Not-
This is of this format. How is that all right? Is that acceptable to you?
Yeah, that was.
Okay.
When I posted, it was your last meeting. When I posted the proclamation, it was your last meeting.
Yeah. So
Have 7 more.
okay, moving right along. Item 8.1, Town Administrator's Report and Town Project Updates. Mr. Mason, do you have any exciting news for us?
I only have one new thing. As you may recall in the last TA report, Senator Comerford advised that she was adding an earmark to the environmental bill for our levy, specific to our levy.
Yep.
She recently sent us an email that the Senate just approved their supplemental budget. And there are several items in there that she has asked for additional funding for road assistance, school enrollment and rural school aid. And I don't know if anyone has talked to the superintendent, but rural school aid is something that we're really hoping goes through because it's a good amount of money that we would be able to pull in for school budgeting. She was asking for letters of support. So I wrote a letter of support from both the town as the interim TA as well as the police chief and on behalf of the DPW director for the road assistance funding that's in that budget, as well as Annie, I believe, sent her own letter from the superintendent. So I just want to let you know that is something that we're hoping does go through, because some of those funds will really help us in our time of need. So that's really the only update that I have right now.
Okay, thank you. Anybody have any liaison reports?
The Climate Change Committee had a very successful shredding event and a very successful town cleanup. There is a video out. People wish to see the cleanup day.
Okay, awesome. Anybody else? No. Anybody have any announcements?
Town meeting tomorrow night, May 7th, Hopkins Academy at 7 PM. Childcare is being provided. Please register.
Okay,
And people are encouraged to arrive early. Our
Yes.
expectation is that we will have a full house. So the earlier people can arrive at Hopkins Park and make their way to get their cards and signed in, the greater a likelihood we'll be able to start close to 7 o'clock. So-
Overflow parking here.
what's that?
Overflow parking would be available here if people needed it.
Yeah,
Need it.
so overflow parking at the senior center parking lot if need be. Anything else?
Great.
Okay,
I'll make a motion that we enter into executive session pursuant to open meeting law, chapter 30A, section 21A2, to conduct strategy in preparation for potential negotiations with non-union personnel. In this case, it's the fire chief. And also under chapter 30A, section 21A3, to discuss strategy with respect to collective bargaining. In this case, it'll be the town unions. If an open meeting may have a detrimental effect of the collective bargaining position of the town, and if the chair so declares. And also, we won't be reconvening an open session today.
Second.
as chair of the Hadley Select Board, I state that the board has moved and seconded to enter into executive session, and that I state that discussing the matter in open session will have a detrimental impact on the bargaining position of the town of Hadley. Roll call vote, please, Jennifer.
Roll call vote, Phil.
Yes.
Keegan.
Yes.
Isaac.
Yes.
Nevin Smith.
Yes.
Yes.